So in this last video, we are going to talk about how to create the function that's going to update the screen and display the results to the user. So how we're going to do that is to go up here and grab a function block like you see up here. So I'm going to take that and put it down here. Another thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a comment, put it right above the function, and once I'm done, I will go ahead and fill in that comment. And another thing I like to do is to go in here and put a space. So that way there's some space between that last on event and the function. I'm going to go ahead and call this function updateScreen. So now that I have that function called updateScreen, I'm going to go ahead and start doing the decision-making piece. So I'm going to begin at this point with the conditional. The updateScreen has to do two things: decide which output is going to be displayed, and then update the screen so that you can see what the result was. So I'm going to go to my planning document. So this is one of the reasons why the planning document was pushed in the early stages of the project. If you went through and thought about all the different combinations, then hopefully creating the conditional is going to be at least a little bit easier. So taking a look at what we have here, we have four combinations that we're going through to decide what our output is going to be. So the first one is if I have salt water for my tank and 10 gallons, then salt water and 30 gallons. So basically I have my two options over here, salt water and fresh water, and each of them has two choices for the tank size. And as a result, I will have any one of these four outcomes over here. So let's go ahead and get back to the conditional and start coding this thing. So the conditionals are under the control section, and I'm going to go ahead and get the if-else block. I'm going to take that and put it into my updateScreen function. Let me go ahead and make this hopefully a little bit bigger so it's a little bit easier to see. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go to math, and I'm going to first grab an equals block. Actually, I lied. I'm going to go ahead and grab an and block. You'll see here in a minute. Let's put an and here, and then I'm going to put an equals in either side. So let me go ahead and put an equals over there and another equals over there, and I'll show you why here in just a minute. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at our first sequence here. So we have salt water and 10 gallons, and the output should be your tank isn't big enough for a saltwater fish. Okay, so let's go ahead and start this thing out here. So the first thing we have to test is our water type. Okay, you see this variable up here. What we want to test for is if the variable water type says saltwater. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and put that variable in there. If water type is equal to salt water. Okay, that's the first one. So I got this. The next part that I have to get here is the 10 gallons. So if I look up here at the top of the code, that variable is associated with tank size. Okay, so if the water type is salt water and the tank size is equal to 10, then I need to make something happen. So that something is that I need to display a certain message. So I'm going to go up to the UI controls. I'm going to go right here and find set text. Now the thing I'm setting the text of, which this goes back to my design, I did not do a good job of naming that thing, so I'm going to go correct that real quick. I'm going to select the output area right here, and this should be something like output area or something like that. Okay? So now that I've corrected that issue, let me go over here, and I'm going to click on that and output area. There we go. Okay, now this is what I'm supposed to output to the user. Your tank isn't big enough for a saltwater fish. So I'm just going to go ahead and right here where it says text, I'm going to go ahead and type that in. your tank is not big enough for a saltwater fish. Okay, so at this point, I can go ahead and test the code and see if it works. So let's go ahead and hit run. All right, I'm going to choose saltwater, and I'm going to choose 10 gallons, hit submit, and if you take a look, it worked. It says your tank is not big enough for a saltwater fish. Okay, so we are definitely on the right track. So now we're going to do our next condition, salt water and 30 gallons. So let me go ahead in here. So if you take a look, my conditional is not big enough. So what I need to do is click the plus sign. All right, and then I'm going to be doing this basically the same thing again right here. Whoops. So I'm going to switch it over to text here, and I'm just going to grab that part right there. Water type is salt water, and tank size equals 10. I'm going to copy that. Let me switch it over to blocks, and I'm going to type that in right into this little bubble right there. The only change I'm going to make is that I'm going to switch the tank size to 30. And then I click somewhere, and then boom, there it is. All right, so next I'm going to copy that because it's basically going to be the same command over again. Paste it in there. And then my new condition is you should get a clownfish. Okay, so at this point it says you should get a clownfish, and that's not correct. Let me change that spelling real quick. Whoops. Okay, you should get a clownfish. All right, let's go ahead and hit run. Let's test saltwater and 30. And there's the message, you should get a clownfish. It worked exactly as intended. Okay, so now I need to do the last two conditions. Fresh water, 10 gallons. Fresh water, 30 gallons. Okay? All right, so the next one, I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste in I'm going to try to anyway. There we go. I'm going to copy and paste that in. I will deal with that there in a moment. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to text here. I'm going to copy one of the other commands. Again, work smarter, not harder. And then I'm going to go back here to the block. I'm going to put that in. This time I'm going to change it to fresh water. And I'm going to set the tank size to 10. Okay. And according to my table, you should get a tetra. Okay. And then once again, I forgot to correct the spelling there on you. We've got that fixed. All right, so let's go ahead and hit reset. I'm going to try it one more time. Let's make sure that when we select fresh water and we pick 10 gallons, it should say you should get a tetra, and indeed it does. Okay. All right, last one. Now, you'll notice that in the table there are 4 outcomes. Okay. So basically at this point, if the user did not click any of these 3, then this is the only condition that is left. Okay, fresh water and 30 gallons. So I'm not going to need to type that in. Rather, I'm just going to use this else area right here to do the last output. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and copy the last set text here. Go ahead and copy that. Oh, let me put that back to text. And then I'm going to put that right here. I'm going to put the semicolon on the end. And according to the table, it says that I should have an Oscar. So let me do that real quick. You should get an Oscar. Okay. That should take care of it. So let's go ahead and test that out one last time. So we have fresh water, tank size is 30, hit submit, and you should get an Oscar, definitely displays. All right. So at this point, if this is the particular app that, if you are using this exact type of app, then at this point you would be done and you'd be ready to work on the whatever um, end of project stuff needs to be completed and turned in. Oh, and one last thing, don't forget the comment, right? So what this update screen is doing is it is checking the what the user inputted and then deciding what the output should be as a result. Okay. So we're going to say something like checks the options that the user selected and recommends a certain type of fish. Okay. All right, so we have that going on there. So one last thing that I will toss in before we call this video a wrap. Some of you are going to want to show your results on a separate screen. So in that event, what you would do is down at the bottom of the function, what I would do is grab a set screen command. Okay, so I'm going to scroll down here. I'm going to look for that set screen command. Set screen is right here. I'm going to take that. I'm going to put that underneath the conditional. Should be the very last thing. And then what I would do is click on my results screen. If I had one, would be right here under results. So I would click that. So again, this line of code right here, you would only put that in if you have a separate results screen. But if everything is all together in one piece, this command is not needed. So we'll take that out of there since my app does not have a separate result screen. Okay. All right. So at this point, you can pat yourself on the back and congratulate yourself on a nice working app. The only thing that I would do otherwise is if your app is fairly plain like this, you might consider how you could add some decorative elements to it. Otherwise, aside from that, this project is more or less a wrap, save for anything that you need to turn in at this point. Take care and hope this has been helpful.